The day is finally here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Stampede is here, and I'm more than excited about it for several reasons. One of them being my favorite card of all time, Diabellstar the Black Witch, as an alt art. And I literally, it's actually funny, I literally just bought this, like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, off of eBay with the ARS 10 grade. Because I saw one pop up and I was like, the second this card gets graded, I am buying it. Of course, we got the uncensored version because they censor everything here. But yeah, I want to pull this card, and honestly, I didn't expect us to get these cards that soon. I mean, I kind of had the inkling that we would, just because they mentioned this is going to be, we're wrapping up QCRs essentially. We're getting QCRs in this set, and then the final one will be Alliance Insight, which comes out in a few weeks, which also has the remaining of the White Forest cards, as well as Diabellstar in our final form, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, it's funny here. The second I saw these cards come out in the Quarter Century Art Collection, I was like, they gotta release this in this. It's the only thing that makes sense. Because what else would you do? Release it as a Starlight, which I guess still is cool. It's still the shiny rarity, but like, I want the stamp, bro. I like the stamp. I'm gonna miss the stamp. I'm gonna be real with you. I like QCRs better than Starlights because of that. It's a bit more unique. And once we get past like the QCR era, I feel like these stamps will be just so iconic, especially if you're collecting specific cards because you like the archetype. Now, unfortunately, no one really collects modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that. I'm like one of the only ones. But again, I love these cards, and I cannot also wait to hunt for this card in English when it comes out in Alliance Insight as well. So Alliance Insight is going to be a really, really fun set. That said, let's see what we got. So Stampede. Every card has a shiny card. Every pack has a shiny card. I think we'll just do one from the back every single time in this first box. And we are hunting for a lot of stuff, bro. There is the Dark Magician Girl alt art, which I was really disappointed we didn't get in the tints. And I should have known that they're planning on releasing it later, but we're getting that inside this set. We got this in this set. We got the alt art Dark Magician. Even the Blue Eyes, which I wasn't the biggest fan of at first, looks a lot better from the pictures I've seen. So when I'm holding it, maybe I might change my mind on it completely. But basically, every big hit in the set, I want. So let's get right on it. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Lina and what? Bro, what a God pack already, literally. Like, we're getting my favorite of the God cards immediately. Are you kidding me? By the way, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of discussing prices ever in card openings just because I feel like it creates the false idea. But I will tell you this. Do not buy any of this stuff right now. With every release for these Rarity Collections, the prices are insane in the beginning and they're going to die. Never forget when I bought several copies of Appaloosa because I thought this card was going to be so expensive because it was a viable card at the time. And I bought them for like 70 each, 60 each, which is not as much as the original one. The original one was like $900 because it was a Starlight. And I bought several of these. Not only did that card get banned, but also the price died pretty crazily after release. So if you want any card in this set, I would just wait. This looks good. I am sending this off to ARS. As soon as I can. The next time I go in Japan, it's got good centering too. What a great way to start, you know? What a fantastic way to start. So I got one of my chases already. I love that. I love that. All right. So is the first slot the nostalgia slot, or am I thinking of another one? This just came out. 7 Ascension. This card is great. We got Dragmaid Tidying. We got Evil Hero Adjusted Gold and Collect the Rare, Secret Password, and Double or Nothing. So we'll do this pile like this. So we'll put all the bulk in one pile, all the fancy rares in the middle, and then we'll put the platinums on that side. I want this card actually as a QCR as well. Let's see what we got. Hard Car D. So nothing on that one. That's the card that's like if you end your turn, you draw 2 cards or something like that. I think that's an Edison card, I want to say, right now. We got Hida. I'll take the Hida. I have a Starlight in my my dead Snake Eyes deck, but I'll take the QCR as well. We got Soul Panthera. We got Ausa. We got Lullaby of Obedience. And then Wind Up Shark as our Platinum Secret. My phone just went off. That's why I got distracted. My bad. All right. By the way, when I was literally waiting on my front doorstep, I was talking to Ruxin. I was literally waiting on my front doorstep for UPS to deliver this. I'm not even kidding. Whatever I just pulled, I think I might have just damaged it. Hope it's nothing crazy. Hey, we got Nightingale. That's a good QCR. And then we got Amaryllis. We'll put the QCRs, I guess, right here. Nightingale's good, actually. I don't mind Nightingale. You can do a lot with that. Card still technically is viable. As long as Zeus exists, a lot of these cards are very, very viable. Not a fan of the second QCR, but let's keep it going. Gonna like Leo Dancer, Shien's Dojo, Prince Lou's Magician, another card that I want as a QCR. And then we got Zephyros as our next Platinum Secret Rare. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the Platinum Secret Rares. We've been calling them the poor man's QCR. I like how shiny they are, but there's something about them that I don't really like. I don't know what it is. I remember the first time I saw that card. What was it in? Ooh, that's a good one. The first time I saw that card. Oh my God, get rid of it. Ban it. Why'd they bring this back in Master Duel, man? I remember the first time I saw Platinum Secret Rares was in Rarity Collection 2. I was excited about it. I'm like, yo, this looks kind of hype. I like this. But then I learned to dislike it. I don't know what it is. There's something about the Platinum Secret Rares that I don't like as much. But because I always tend to play QCRs, the next step down is Platinum. So I kind of will flash those into my decks here and there. Because it feels weird. Well, first world problem. It feels weird to see like, you know, QCRs and then the random like Secret Rares amongst them. I know it's a real weird first world problem, but that's just how I am. I know some people either love them and they're okay with them, and then there's the ones who just hate it. I guess I don't hate it. I don't care for it, if that makes sense. All right, we got Caesar. Typhon, that's a good one. Shadal Winda as our next QCR, followed by Galaxy Cyclone, which is also a pretty decent card. Okay, I guess, but I'll take it. All right, again, we are looking for the Diabell Star. Would the Diabell Star be in the final slot? Because I think I want to say the first slot. Oh, we got another Nightingale. The first slot is, correct me if I'm wrong, is the Nostalgia pool, right? The Nostalgia Rare ish. Also, by the way, let's discuss this. Me and Ruxin were talking about this. I feel like there was somewhat of a negative response online when the set was first released. And I know that it's always the loud minority. People are always going to be a lot louder when they hate something. But when you look at the overall grand scheme of things, it's usually good. A lot of stuff on the internet, you'll assume that nobody likes it. That's how the responses are usually. But I feel like this set is great. Ooh, Zealantis. Okimoki. I'll actually put the Zealantis to the side because I do actually run that in my my Dead Snake Eyes deck. But I think that this set is great. Sure, it's missing a couple of cards. You know, them not having the Cash Tier cards I thought was weird. Them not having the Bestials is also kind of weird. But then we saw, what was it, Druid's Womb just went to 1. Wow, Super Fuvalos. That's a very good one. Put that one to the side. But I will say that there was a very, very negative reaction from what I saw with this set because certain cards are missing. And I'm like, well, you can't include everything. Although we did have some weird picks like, you know, Ruxin with his Petite Moth campaign that succeeded. And I know if I pull Petite Moth in here, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to have to choke out Ruxin. But at the same time, we can't just be like, well, it's missing this one card and then ignore everything else. Are you kidding me? It's got nostalgia cards that can be played in any single era, any era from Edison to Go to whatever, you know, you like playing Hat even. And then we got like a lot of important staple cards. How can you look at this set and be like, this set sucks? I feel like if you say this set sucks, I cannot trust your opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh! I said what I said. I said what I said. Controversial, maybe. But Lavalval Chain, speaking of old ban cards, card can never come off the ban list. Watch, because I said that, the next ban list will release it just for it to get banned immediately. Hey, speaking of Pat, Giant Hand, Esper Girl, Crusader, Adjust to Gold, and Red Eyes Black Dragon alt art in Platinum Secret Rare. I almost said alt art and alt art rarity. Platinum Secret Rare rarity. This actually is a really, really nice Red Eyes. I'm not gonna lie. We'll put you actually over here. Hang out in the back. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Again, I know when something is a topic of controversy or focus, people will always be a lot louder about it than the ones who don't care or more neutral about it, if that makes sense. I think this set is great. I mean, it's got a lot of like really good reprints, you know. The game needed it. The game needed a lot of these. Ooh, we got our Monarch as our QCR and Kuri Bandits. Kuri. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about that. It's just something that me and Ruxin have noticed keeps happening. I feel like it only happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where something will always be super put on a magnifying glass. But again, if you look at the raw numbers, the people that usually react, it's a much smaller reach than the overall grand scheme of things. Like, I remember for a while the joke is Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. Every single YCS that comes out, people will try to pretend like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's dead because of the formats. But then you look at the numbers of the next event and the next event, and they're only going up. So it's like, what's dying? Can we talk about that? It's like, if you keep screaming something is dead over and over again, it doesn't mean it's actually dead. No matter how loud he's screaming to the void. I'm just saying. But I'm also that person where, like, as I'm getting older, I always, like, realize that a lot of stuff that we are, like, what's the word? What's the way to, like, say this without sounding stupid? Which I do really, really good job at doing. Hey, Panthera. I feel like a lot of times when we get mad at stuff, we tend to overreact. And that's something that social media just does. Social media just amplifies everything like crazy. And in my case, is like when I don't like something, you know, I will voice my opinion, like, this sucks, but whatever, and then I move on with the day, with my day. But I feel like a lot of people just like hang on to it. I'm like, bro, why are you so angry? It is not that deep. Hey, back-to-back Monarchs. Love that for me. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. Remember when think of some example. You know what? Let me not bring out examples, because if I bring out examples, then, you know, you're gonna get the people that have certain views towards certain things who are just gonna get very visceral about it, because again, they just don't let it go. I'm like, bro, it's not. I promise you, it's not that deep. All right, now can we get an alt art Dark Magician girl right now, just for the vibes, you know, for the vibes? No, we cannot. But we got a Wind Witch. Yeah, I just noticed that it's in any hobby. It's not just Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest. It just people are very passionate, and you can't blame them for it. But I feel like the way people sometimes come off is just like, why are we so angry about it? Like, just move on with your day. My favorite era in Yu-Gi-Oh that I like to poke fun at is when I forgot what format it was. It might have been the beginning of Snake Eyes, but a lot of people are like, oh, I am quitting the game. It's over. I'm gonna move on to another TCG. No, you're not. No, you're not. The same people that I feel like who were talking about I moved to the same TCG, you can see like months later still playing the game. Like, again, it's perfectly fair to criticize something. You know, that's how you get stuff to improve. But I'm like, if you're just screaming into the void and not actually, you know, like following through with your word, then it's like, where's the value in, I guess, your opinion, if that makes sense? Not making sense right now? Probably not. All right, that was the first box. Go on to the next one. Again, I don't want this to be turned into another situation where we're just knocking something, because again, I don't like doing that. When you're constantly fueling negative energy into something, you tend to just not be happy about stuff. And I noticed is like, again, when I was younger, I would do that too. I would see something and be angry about it, and then at some point I realized, oh, if I don't let this like control my life, suddenly everything's fine. Good example is Call of Duty. I remember Call of Duty used to just piss me off, and I'm like, and at one point I just asked myself, why do I keep playing this? I don't need this. Let me just remove this toxicity out of my life. And I've been great. I've been great ever since. Token Stampede. But I don't know. Again, it's just me. Everybody has a different experience. A lot of my friends always ask me, how can you like just not be annoyed with some of the stuff that's online? I'm like, I just don't care. Splash Mage. Like, if I see something, like, for example, if I tweet something, Twitter is infamous for, you know, remember that meme that's like, I love pancakes, so you hate waffles? Nah, bitch, that's a new sentence. That's not what I said. Twitter is infamous for that. If you say anything online, on Twitter specifically, you're always going to get someone who's going to completely analyze the tweet completely differently, and it's like, it becomes like an attack on them. What did I tweet recently? I tweeted something recently. Oh, I tweeted, this is actually a good example, because like in Sparking Zero obviously had a negative backlash once the game came out, and people kind of saw like the issues and flaws with it, and it became kind of like this like hate campaign for the game. And now every time we upload, and I say we because this happens to me, Dion, and Dotto, Syriax. Oh, Dion being Syriax. It happens to all three of us and some of my friends. Whenever we upload a Dragon Ball game that's not Sparking Zero, people immediately are like, I knew you hated Sparking Zero. I'm like, I never stopped playing these other games. Bro, what makes you think Sparking Zero coming out, suddenly the game I've been playing since I was like 15, I'm gonna stop? Even before Sparking Zero was announced, I was already uploading Tenkaichi 3 and Tenkaichi 4, the modern version of the game. That was never gonna stop. We found a way to make really, really unique content with that game that no one really does. Why would I stop? So whenever we upload that, it's like, I knew it. So you hate Spark Zero. I'm like, that's not what we, that's nowhere in this video are we saying this is a anti-Sparking Zero campaign. You're making it out to be that for whatever reason because you're weird. So yeah, I mean, that's just, like, people always ask me, how does it not drive you crazy? I'm like, it does, but again, I just kind of move on my day. I will post something, I will tweet something, and I'm done. I'm gone. I am not even, I don't even have Twitter on my phone. Fun fact, I have not had Twitter on my phone since last year. It's been off and it's been great. So when I tweet something, I have no idea what's going on in the world anymore. And I don't care. And frankly, I do not care. So I feel like a lot of people should start developing that. Ooh, Mecha, nice. A lot of people should start developing that as a mentality, because I'm telling you, you'll be way more happier. Don't be chronically online. It's very unhealthy. We as humans were not designed to do that. Just find the thing you like and just do the thing you like. That's it. You know? In my case, I will record my videos, have a lot of fun with my videos. Ooh, I like this one. And then I'm going to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! In my spare time, you know? I recently got a new handheld that I downloaded a bunch of my games that I already own legally. And I've been playing like Dual Set of Roses and stuff in my spare time. Like, I'm just living my life. I thought it was me hype for some reason. But yeah, it's interesting how, like, the older you get, the more you pay attention to everything around you, the more stuff makes sense. And then you have the ones that never realize that, and they're just always stuck angry, chronically online, and it's not healthy for you. I absolutely love this Blue Eyes. You guys have no clue how much I love this Blue Eyes. I love this Blue Eyes. I am so happy I pulled this. Oh my god. Dude, this is so cool. Yo, this is a great opening. Ooh, I'm excited about this. The Blue Eyes manga appearance. Bro, that card is sick. Hey, comment section, I want you to tell me what is the best that you believe. The best art for Blue Eyes. The reason I say what you believe is it's the general consensus is a lot of people like the SDK art, which I think is fair. It's very good, but I feel like it's a really nostalgic driven. Ooh, this is kind of sick. But what is your favorite of the Blue Eyes art and why? Make sure you let me know why. Like a lot of people say Blue Eyes SDK art just because it's nostalgic, but I think that one might still be my favorite, to be honest, but it's something about some of these newer ones which is really hype. I love the Takahashi ones, the ones where you have the Blue Eyes on top of the building, the one where Blue Eyes looking up. There's so many actually underrated art for Blue Eyes in this game, which is insane. Ooh, can we free him? Can we free Link Karibo? Yeah, I know Link Karibo was only really banned because of Appaloosa's sins. The sins that Appaloosa did herself of being on field and you can't attack her. So can we bring Link Karibo back finally? Bro. Oh, this is a good box. This is a fantastic box. Can I get this in the sleeve? Hello? There we go. This is a fantastic box! Bro. Goodbye, Platinum Seeker Red Eye, so you can go into the bulk pile. That is so cool. That is so cool. Bro, I was watching Ruxin's opening this morning, and it was sending me because this man had like a god case where he pulled every big chase and had like a, oh, awesome. I'm like, why are you not excited? How am I screaming on my end, texting you, and you're just so normal about this? These are hype. All right. Ashla Karibo. Then we got Artifact, Moral Tack. On to the next one. Hold on, maybe I have some confidence in pulling this. Wait, I haven't seen any alt art other than the Red Eyes so far. So let's see if I can get any of the other alt arts. One of my big chases also is Cartesia. I think that Cartesia is awesome. I love the whole story with the Albaz. I cannot wait for the anime to start. Obviously, I want the nostalgic cards. I want the Diabell Star. I want the Veilers. Oh my god, there's so much in here. The Zeus? Are you kidding me? That Zeus is insane. So, you have a lot to chase here, and I don't know how many videos I'll do for Stampede. Because the thing about content creation is the more you do something, the more of a drop-off that happens. You know, there's going to be a lot of excitement for this set in the beginning because people want to see what's inside it. And once we're past that, nobody really cares anymore. And I mean, the people that get invested in wanting to see open it. So that's one thing. So if you're down for that ride, just I guess leave a like on this video, interact. Every interaction helps letting the content creator, not just me, but anybody you're watching, know you want more of this. So don't be stingy. Hit that like button, man. Look at that. Double Fluolos in a pack. Are you kidding me? And we got Lady Labyrinth. I love the Labyrinth archetype. I hate what the Labyrinth deck is. I'm not even kidding. I remember when Labyrinth first came out, I was like, I want to build this deck. And then I saw what Labyrinth turned into. I'm like, I'm not playing this deck. I am not playing this deck. But yeah, don't be stingy. Hit that like button, man. And we'll do more. Ooh, Azure Eyes. Fortunately, you don't play Azure Eyes anymore in the Blue Eyes deck. I mean, I guess you can, but you don't really need to. You kind of, that slot is just needed. Ooh, Memento. Memento just won YCS recently. Just shocking, by the way. I love that YCS because, like, you had the two guys from Switzerland who flew out, and they're being interviewed in Top Cut. What one of them was, and it's like, what message do you want to tell to people? Oh, that, you know, European players are better. And then he proceeded to lose in the finals to a Memento player. I loved everything about that. Why are we upside down? Oh, we got Alistair. Oh, bro, what is this box? What is this box? Let's go. Hey, Ruxin, I hope you're watching this, bro. Ruxin's gonna be like making fun of you for having the opposite reaction that he had. Oh, we're like excited, and he's like, yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, what finds about Ruxin is he was pulling the greatest packs or cards of all time, and still like, but no Petite Moth, which I guess is fine. His Petite Moth is my Diabell Star, so it makes sense. Always collect the cards that you. Why are these upside down? What is happening? Always collect the cards that excite you the most, you know? Never let anybody tell you that, like, you shouldn't be hyped about a specific card. Alright. And we'll just end with this, and then maybe I'll do another video. I got a couple more boxes. We can get some more content on this channel. Lina and Ultimate Conductor Terreno. Final pack. I don't know if we're due one more QCR. I actually don't really know the pull rates of QCRs in this, but let's see what we'll end it on. How about we end it on a Diabell Star just to make it a banger video? Or we'll get a Forbidden Chalice. Alright, that is the first box. First video, I should say. In fact, I'm so excited, I'm going to open 2 more right now on camera. And probably upload it the next day, so we have at least something else to upload on the channel. I know people have been asking where's the Pokemon content. Unfortunately, I literally cannot find product. I'm not even kidding. I also don't want any special treatment. I don't want people like, oh, I'll send you the boxes. No. It's like, the problem is like, people can't get product, and it's really frustrating because like there's kids who aren't getting the joy opening Pokemon cards that we grew up with. There's people who play the game. There's a bunch of problems, and like I feel like they gotta figure out a way to address this. Scalpers are like the worst in the world. Suck. Fuck y'all. We don't care. We hate y'all. And it sucks what they're doing to the hobby. They're ruining it. They're ruining it, and they don't even care. That's the worst part. They don't care. They don't care. Meanwhile, the people who just want to open cards and feel the joy of just pulling something hype, they're getting screwed. And unfortunately, it sucks. So if they can ever fix that situation, you know, then I can get my hands on more Pokemon or product as well, and upload it as well. I can't speak, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks that it's just so screwed right now, and hopefully something can be done at some point. Because like, come on, bro, this is ridiculous. That said, if they end up fixing it and we end up getting proper releases, I'm gonna do some Pokemon openings. I want to definitely open Destined Rivals, which looks really fun. Unfortunately, the pre-order boxes for those are like $300 for some reason. How do we have pre-order prices set to $300? What happened? What happened? Like, I get it when a box is like $80 to $100. Why is it $300? What happened? What happened? The scalpers really have that much of a stick up their ass that they've ruined the hobby that much? It's crazy to me. Anyways, if we fix that, Pokemon content will definitely come back. Now I regret, you know, missing out on stuff like 151 and all these fun sets. I saw that whatchamacallit, Silver Tempest is still pretty common because I guess nobody cares, even though it has one of the coolest modern cards of all time, and they're the Lugia. I was debating about buying just some of those packs because they're like $5 a pack, which is like normal. So I can try to pull this at least and just feel something. But I also don't want to, you know, be the guy that takes away a product from people. So like, I'm literally afraid to click purchase. Even if I'm getting like 20 packs, I don't want to take 20 packs away from people that could potentially, you know, have that joy opening. I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, at least Yu-Gi-Oh is mass printed right now, so it's easy to get product. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave right now. Banger opening. I think this is definitely a success. We have 2 of the 3 OGs. We have 1 of the 3 OG gods. And then, of course, we got the Alistair. So this is a great box. And also, all these copies of Fuvalos. Are you kidding me? This is fantastic. But I'm going to be back with another video very, very soon. So I'm going to record out right now.